You can't help but have a good attitude while you're getting the ball up and down like that.
Wayne Grady there with Pat Welsh. Three other players that we haven't mentioned much are Waite and two former winners, Davis and Senior. They still in with a chance?
Absolutely. I think certainly Grant Waite, I think one of the best swingers in the world of golf today. He's got in the playoff in the PGA last week, didn't quite make it. He's definitely got a big chance. Peter Senior is an impetus type player. If he can get out there today and get away to a quick start, he can shoot anything. He's that type of player. And Roger Davis is playing very well. So I certainly think anyone from 7 under forward can win. So as Wayne Grady said there, the early stages of this final round is going to be important, particularly for Davis and Senior, those fellas that are at 7 under, who have got to, you know, make up some ground. So it's going to be a case of who can get away to a quick start, hang on to your hat in the middle stages, you know, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10, tough holes, a bit of a breather, and then, as Wayne Grady said, you come to those concluding holes, which, under the gun in an Australian Open, are pretty tough holes to finish
tense.
on.
Does the draw make any difference? The Senior goes with Devonport earlier, Waite, Davis, Allenby, Grady together, Faxon, Woodland. Make any difference at all?
I don't think so. I think they'll be trying to play their own game. I think, however, it does help if you're playing with somebody who's playing well. I think you tend to be dragged along by someone else who's playing well. Conversely, if you get playing with somebody who's not playing so well, sometimes that can have a detrimental effect. So I don't think really the draw makes a lot of difference. A lot's going to depend on who does what in the early stages, I believe.
So briefly, Faxon must be favourite. He's got a couple, which is a handy lead. And the best outsider, would you say Waite?
On form, probably yes. Although, as I said, I've been impressed with the way Grady's played. Peter Senior, I think, is playing very well also. Yesterday, really didn't capitalise on the shots that he made with his putting. And if they go in today, well, he's the type of player that can shoot 65 or 66. Highly unlikely in the last round of Australian Open, but certainly very much on the cards with Peter Senior.
Yes, as you say, he's an impetus player. He can do incredible things, can't he, Jack? We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a tremendous final day. I hope you can join Jack along with Sandy and the rest of the crew at Metropolitan. The Australian Open live. Now, it's midday Eastern Australian time from Metropolitan, and a reminder that Brad Faxon is leading by 2. Newt, great to catch up with you. Good calling today.
Oh, good to see you, Bruce.
Yes.
And I'm really looking forward to this afternoon.
It'll be terrific. Jack Newton bringing us right up to date with what's been happening in the Australian Open. Back with more after this. Kate and an update.
Tonight.
Come on, talk to the animals.
Janine takes the troops to a home where the residents do just that.
You're a good little wombat.
Richard hooks onto the latest pet craze.
It's cute.
We meet a pooch who's poised for stardom and the biggest babies in the Perth Zoo.
Most people don't know elephants purr like cats.
Really?
How can you bring the birds to your garden using cat food? And who does swimming sensation Hayley Lewis come home to?
I'll always have time for Geordie.
Talk to the Animal, 6:30 tonight on Prime.
Heavy duty traffic, don't you carry no load. Feel like on a brand new day. Get the heart protection in a heavy duty lightweight way. Feel the light of the Rosebank butterfly. Feel
Rosebank.
You know, when you choose Valvoline oil, you're buying the best possible protection for the best possible price, which is why all these people choose Valvoline. People who know use Valvoline.
You're welcome at Oz Design, where you'll find quality furniture at low, low prices. Like this ever-popular sofa and sleeper sofa. With any two, that's right, any two for $7.99. Now, in the latest fabric, this sofa or sleeper sofa is unbeatable value with any two for only $7.99. And this 5-piece dining in a fashionable wash finish with solid timber chairs is great buying at only $3.99. Oz Design, furniture so good and prices so low. Open 7 days.
McDonald's Big Mac is 100% Australian beef. Kraft cheese, McCormick special sauce, onions, pickles, lettuce on a buttercup bun. And when it's served with French fries from Bird's Eye and a Coca-Cola, all for $3.95, it's a Big Mac extra value meal.
$3.95? Mate.
It's Mac time.
Summer is finally with us, and to celebrate, Hume Landscape Centre's Garden World is having a super summer sale. 25 kilos of Yates gypsum, only $7.50. Botanical lawn seed, 20% off. All plants in the nursery reduced by up to 30%. Plus great in-ground irrigation bargains, including 25-metre rolls of polypipe from just $6.50. But hurry, these specials are for a limited time only at Hume Landscape Centre's Garden World, Hume and Mitchell, Canberra's complete garden centre.
Rosebank.
As we said before the break, Kate's back with the latest scores. We start with the baseball.
That's right. Yesterday, the Adelaide Giants walked all over the East Coast Cougars at Carrara, defeating them 8-1. In other games, the Melbourne Monarchs won both their games against Canberra, while Sydney thrashed the Waverley Reds in the first of their double headers, but the Reds fought back in the second to end their 4-game losing streak. Canoeing and Olympic silver medalist Danielle Woodward has won the women's K1 gold medal at the Victorian Slalom Championships on Melbourne's Yarra River. Woodward beat her nearest rival, Robin Galloway, by more than 6 seconds on the demanding course.
For 29-year-old Woodward, yesterday's win has capped off a busy year, which was highlighted by a win in the prestigious Japanese Cup event and a second placing at the world ranking competition held in Italy in July. In the slalom, Woodward dominated a class field, and she says she's more than happy with the way things have been going.
I am very happy with my form at the moment because this year is supposed to be a bit of a slow year for me, and I was expecting that the other ladies were going to be a little bit closer to me, but they're always a threat. But fortunately I came out on top today, but yeah, I'm very happy with it. It's great having such a great facility here.
Craig with us for Sportsworld.
Soccer and the Brisbane Strikers have been unable to treat their home crowd to a home win this season. The tradition continued last night when they went down to Sydney United. A goal to Sydney forward Manus Lamond in the 26th minute gave United a 1-0 lead, and Brisbane could not come back to level the score. The win puts United on top of the table, 2 points ahead of Sydney Olympic and Newcastle, but that could change after tonight's 4 matches. Some of the world's greatest yachtsmen have been contesting the World Etchells Championship over the past week in Brisbane, but Dennis Conner, John Bertrand, Ian Murray and co had to take a back seat as Colin Beashall in the boat snatched victory in a tense final heat on Waterloo Bay.
Beashall got away to a good start in the 15-knot breeze and was soon challenged by Ian Brown's Golden Parachute, the equal overnight leader. America's Cup hero Dennis Conner, needing victory for any chance in the series, had to steer off course to avoid an anchored boat and was never in contention. However, fellow American Judd Smith in Valkyrie was a close second over the early stages, with Larissa of Hong Kong third. John Bertrand, who shared the lead with Brown overnight, couldn't maintain his form and finished well back, but managed to take third overall. Ian Murray challenged Beashall around the 4th mark, but the 33-year-old, who won the world 12-metre title in 1986, was too clever, going on to win by 24 seconds. With top 10 finishes in 5 of the 6 races, Colin was too consistent and ranks his first Etchells title as the highlight of a glittering career.
I think I'd probably put that as a highlight for sure. As you say, it was a very good field. There's a lot of past world champions, a lot of America's Cup skippers, a lot of very good Etchell class sailors who've been sailing in boats for a long time, who are very good sailors in their own rights. And Ian Brown, he's an Olympic medalist, and so we're very happy with that result.
It's been no easy path, but defending title holder Australia and Pakistan will battle it out in the final of the World Team Squash Championships in Karachi. Both had scares in the semis. An injured Rodney Martin lost his match, but his brother Brett and Rodney Isles came through to give Australia a 2-1 advantage over Finland. Pakistan, meanwhile, took 4 hours to defeat England and also finish 2-1. There's been movement at the racetrack. Queensland motorcycle great Daryl Beattie has confirmed he'll be taking up where the injured Wayne Rainey left off, replacing him on a Yamaha in next year's World 500cc Championship. The 23-year-old was forced to move to Yamaha following Honda's decision to make him ride a new superbike next year.
Finishing third in his rookie year, including a win in the German Grand Prix at Hockenheim, seemingly assured Beattie and Honda of a long and successful partnership. But all ties were severed this week following Beattie's announcement he defected to the Kenny Roberts Yamaha team. The reason? Honda have a new superbike coming out next year, and Beattie, who finished ahead of teammate Doohan, had been earmarked as the man to ride it.
If they don't win the World Superbikes next year, they're going to basically look like a bunch of fools. And they made me an offer saying that we think you're the person to go and win the championship for us on this bike.
For Beattie, jumping from a 500cc machine to a superbike is a bit like Ayrton Senna switching back to superkarts. At Yamaha, Beattie will partner Italian Luca Cadalora, with both riders assured of equal opportunity. Beattie's lucrative new deal follows the forced retirement of world champion Wayne Rainey, who was crippled after landing on his foot peg at this year's Italian Grand Prix.
Yeah, of course, everyone had, I had bad gut feelings and thought, how can something like that happen? You just don't see it that often, but, it's motorsport and it's racing, and I'm sure Wayne thinks like that too.
And just recapping, American Brad Faxon goes in to today's final round of the Australian Open with a two-stroke advantage over Robert Allenby, Jeff Woodland and Wayne Grady. In cricket, it's not looking too good for the Kiwis. Chasing Australia's mammoth total of 6 declared for 544, New Zealand was 2 for 81 at stumps and trailed by 463 runs overall as they go into the third day of the second test in Hobart. And that's all from me. We'll check on those scores later again at the end of the show.
Good on you, Kate. Thanks very much for that. And speaking about golf, Greg Norman won't be going to Jamaica. We've been told today and read in the paper because of family reasons he won't be going for the World Championship of Golf. And a score that's just come through from Palm Desert in California. They're playing the big skins game there. And Fred Couples, who's had a tremendous year, is $226,000 richer after winning 2 of the day's 9 holes. He had birdies there. That game's been played at the Big Horn Golf Club. Couples made a 5-foot birdie putt worth $135,000 on the 9th hole after sinking a 15-foot birdie putt worth $90,000 on the 6th hole. And the 2-time defending champion in the skins, Payne Stewart's also scooped $90,000 cash. He made birdie putts at the 2nd and 3rd. And poor old Arnold Palmer and Paul Azinger, at this stage, they haven't got a cent to their name. That's today. I think they've got a few dollars still in the bank. The other 9 holes will be played tomorrow. So Couples, the big winner so far, $226,000. $90,000 to Payne Stewart. We'll take a break. Back with more after this.
Wednesday, hey Dad, it's summer.
Tom Cruise, eat your heart out.
A nudge is awaiting exam results.
Yeah, if I pass, I'll be promoted.
And what will you be if you fail?
Unemployed.
Hey Dad, it's summer before stars in their eyes. Wednesday.
I say there is no better classic ice cream than Sara Lee. You'll know from just that first creamy mouthful the quality. Oh, yes, sirree. I love to eat, I love to eat, I love to eat my Sara Lee. Yum, oh, yum, oh, yum, I love to eat my Sara Lee.
It's not much fun buying a new house if you can't afford anything else. But if you'd like some new furniture or a car, a Commonwealth Bank home loan can be extended to cover the extras. It's on the house.
Bye.
Bye.
Grace Removals, the best moves are made with Grace. John is dressed by Tony Barlow Menswear. Adriana is dressed exclusively by George Gross and Harry Hu. John wears Carandona shoes. Adriana wears Raymond Colden shoes. Adriana's hairstyle by Robert Briscoe Hairdressers. Models dressed by Toss Boutique and Tony Barlow Menswear. Contestants receive Hague's Finest Chocolates. This is a Grundy television production for the Australian Television Network. John Deek speaking.